man. This is my first time.
I can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. What's
Yeah.
going on with you?
Oh, not too much. I caught the halftime show. I didn't catch much of the game.
We caught the halftime show. It was great, man. It was good. My team didn't make it, so I really didn't put no big interest in the whole Super Bowl. Of course, I'm from Atlanta, so I was rooting for the Falcons, but they didn't even make the playoffs. So you
Well,
know how
there you
that
go.
go.
Can't win them all.
Nah, man. Nah, you can't. So
I'm going to give you a formal introduction. This is JT from Online Mechanic Tips. And if you're not subscribed to his channel, go over and check him out. Hit that subscribe button. Don't be cheap and leave a like.
That's it. That's it, man. Same to you, man.
So JT's a Chrysler tech, and you guys are dealing with some oil consumption issues, but we won't get you in trouble on the Chrysler front.
Oh
But how
yeah.
long have you been with Chrysler?
Oh man. Long with Chrysler. Actually, ooh man, I'm about to tell my age. Good 20 years, man. Ooh. Now, thing about that is, we picked up Dodge like years later. So it used to be we used to call it a six-pack where we had Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Plymouth. You remember Plymouth?
Yep.
So they did away with all that. So now it's basically four. And we just got Dodge Ram. So now we're able to do trucks. So, you know, it's not really familiar with a lot of us. So we have to go to school and get training on it. And but because it's in the Chrysler family, the diagnostic is all the same, meaning we can use the same scan tools and things like that. So it should be a breeze.
Yeah. And most of that's pretty straightforward as far as scan stuff across all the big players, because they're all using the OBD.
Oh yeah, that is standardized now. It's got to be all in the same location, somewhere right around under the steering column on every car after '96. They made that standardized. So, but before then, man, they used to hide them all over the place, in the glove box, under the dash. It just used to be a mess, but they got it pretty standardized now. So
there you go.
Yeah.
So this is the first time we got the talk face to face. We've been communicating for a few months now, but nice to meet you live in person.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I had to give me some internet, and I still don't know how well it's doing. So,
it's perfect. It's crystal.
Oh, that's good, then, because I did a couple of live streams myself here, and I didn't get any problems. So I assume it's up to par. You know, so
it's up to scratch.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
So you've seen where I went through the oil consumption issue with my truck, and it failed the oil consumption test, and I missed getting an engine by maybe a month. If I had been in the system a little earlier, there would have been an engine put in my truck, but I didn't get one.
What do you mean? I'm lost. What do you mean by in the system? What is that?
Because the day that my truck actually, because it took a month to do the oil consumption test.
Right.
So it failed after a month. So the requirements were that if it used a quart of oil within 3,000 miles, they were supposed to put an engine in it. Well, mine used a quart of oil within about 800 miles, about 1,200 kilometers.
Wow.
But the next day after, they said, well, they stopped that technical service bulletin, and then they come out with a new one. They said that they were going to change out the dipstick, and they were going to make the computer shut the throttle blades quicker. Well, and to break it down into the simplest terms, that intake tube that's on your throttle body, that's just like a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
If you shut it closed all the way, it'll stall the engine.
Exactly.
So you cannot close that enough that it's going to stop oil from going into the engine.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's I guess they can manipulate it with the PCV valve, because you know it's tied into most PCV valves are somewhere around the intake or on the valve cover. You know, so actually that's what I was reading up on. I guess that's what the flash going to do, going to control the PCV valve in that system.
well, there's no actual plug on the PCV valve, so it's the PCV valve works more. It's not electronic.
Oh. So
So
what does the flash do? I'm missing something. I'm not understanding.
they're saying that the flash is going to close the throttle blades quicker.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
Yeah. It must have an ETC, electronic throttle control, I guess.
Like the only way you're going to stop that engine from taking oil in is to shut it off.
Oh, no.
In my mind, it's a vacuum cleaner, right?
Yes. Intake manifold, they're all going to produce. That's what they're there for. Reserve vacuum for when needed. If you punch the gas pedal, you got to have some reserve vacuum somewhere in the engine to get up and go with that.
An engine doesn't have vacuum; it's not running.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, so it's a bait and switch. I have the dipstick for my truck here, and I was telling the boys earlier. Now the dipstick itself measured a ½ inch longer than this one.
Okay. Oh wow! Now I seen you had to upload a video. I guess it was your neighbor.
Yeah.
His dipstick was just a ½ inch longer.
Well, his dipstick was a ½ inch longer, but if you see there, the two holes, they're
Right.
3/8 of an inch apart.
Okay.
Well, they moved this bottom hole down to the bottom of the stick.
What's the goal in that?
Widen the range. So what widen the range means is it's going to go through about 3 quarts of oil before it gets to the bottom ad mark.
Oh, so I'm still missing some. What's the goal in that? I guess.
Not to put an engine in my truck.
Now I'm chuckling, but that's really and don't be it's not just the Ford thing, man. A lot of them
It's all the same. It doesn't matter who you buy from.
Like, yeah, a lot of them having.
A buddy of mine has a dyno shop, and he says they're all having problems right now.
Yeah,
the Hemis are having problems.
Oh yeah,
the 5.3s are having problems.
Yeah,
the Fords are having problems. So it's a roll of the dice, right?
Yeah, that's a F150. So I guess it's on the same family line as a Dodge 1500, maybe, or the 2500, maybe the 1500. The Dodge truck. Now that truck is not. I haven't seen any oil consumption. That truck had two different options: a 3.6 engine or a Hemi engine, and that Dodge 1500. So now the Hemi is not going through any oil consumption problem, but it has a lot of other problems.
Yeah, there's other problems.
Yeah, and of course the other option engine that was you get an option if you buy a new 1500. You're gonna have a choice between a 3.6, and everybody know about the problems the 3.6 had in its early stage. I have to always say that because people get scared to buy an engine with a 3.6 or buy a car with a 3.6 because they see all these videos of 3.6 catastrophe and they panic and don't want to buy it. So I had to tone down my rhetoric about the 3.6. It's a decent engine. It's just the early models that had the problems. So
no, that's right.
Yeah. So that was another option in the Dodge 1500. Two different engines, a Hemi or 3.6. Neither one of those had oil consumption, but they had other problems. Okay. Yeah. It's crazy, man.
And they're all going to have problems.
Oh yeah. Yeah, ain't no way.
Once the bean counters get at it, right?
The bean counter, I don't know, man. What do you mean?
Well, they build a good engine.
Mm-hmm.
And then the bean counters get at it, the accountants, and say, well, if you change this part, we can save, $1 across a million trucks,
Yeah, that's been going on since the beginning. Now, let me say this: we do have a car, actually, a Jeep. It's on the Jeep line. A Jeep, our 2.4 engine, multi-air engine. That's what's beating Dodge and Chrysler up right now, as far as oil consumption. Since we're on the topic of oil consumption, that 2.4 liter engine is burning oil. In fact, I own one. Okay, I'm just waiting. My warranty up is 60,000. I think she got like 49. So I'm gonna get all the use out of that and simply maybe 58 take it in. And here's the thing: I hear you saying about Ford fighting about installing engine, but at our dealership, man, we put them in. I'm not at the dealer, so I'm free to say what I want. We put them in all the time. Like,
Yeah.
the customer can come in and say she got oil. Now, we are allowed to do the oil consumption test.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have to go through that. I mean, who's monitoring that to say we do it right? I mean, if we, it's just a catch, but we are allowed to do the oil consumption test and have them come back and recheck it. But who's to say they can't manipulate that?
Oh,
I mean,
geez.
Yeah, it's
So
crazy, man.
because I know my trucks, they know the trucks are still going to use oil, or they wouldn't be adding the inch to my stick.
Right.
So I said, what happens when? Because you got to ask the questions, right? I said, so what happens when it still uses oil?
What they say?
I don't know.
Oh no! So
And
you talking about the dealer, right?
This is Ford of Canada, because I escalated, right? Because the service manager is a yes man for the. I'm just doing what Ford tells me, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So he's not fighting for me. He don't know me. He ain't gonna lose his job over
No,
he ain't gonna get a slap in the wrist because he put an engine in my truck, or he ain't gonna take a chance. So, and like, and I read all the comments that were on them videos, and people made some great points, like change the oil, put 1030 in it. I'm not equipped to make that decision. I got to follow, truck's still under warranty.
Right.
If I make that call, I'm on my own.
Wow. That's the recommendation. Change the weight.
No, that was a recommendation somebody said that.
Okay.
Just in the comments. You couldn't go on your own change oil, like change weights of oil.
Yeah. Wow.
And that engine's been around for a long time, JT.
Yeah.
It's the 5 liter now, but it started out life as the 4.6. They never went through oil. I had 3 of them trucks with 5 liters in them that didn't go through oil before that. They wouldn't go through a quart oil between oil changes.
Oh, wow.
So whatever happened in 2018, they changed something.
That's the only year affected, 2018?
2018 and 2019.
Wow. Yeah, that is a little too soon for that type problem. So what do you think? You think it's internal rings or?
I think it's in the rings. Because it's like the oil's getting into the engine, so it must have blow by.
You seeing blue smoke out the tailback?
The emission systems are pretty good in them. I can smell it. I just can't see it. And there's a semi-synthetic oil in it.
Yeah, that cat cleaning it up then real good.
Yeah, cat is clean. I can smell oil.
Yeah, but you're not seeing any steam or any smoke.
No.
I've had head gaskets I know blown, but we can't get no white smoke out of the tailpipe for some reason.
Yeah. So. And like everything's sealed up with Cometic gaskets these days, and stuff is tight. And like I think you brought up the point quite a few times that it's very rare to see a modern engine with a head gasket blown.
Yeah, blown, right? Because they're using a multi-layered steel gaskets. So
them Cometic gaskets, they don't go. Like I pushed out a set of them multi-layered gaskets, but it took 18 pounds of boost on my Mustang to do it.
Oh wow!
So like once you get up around 550 horsepower, you're at the limit of a stock gasket.
Wow. You talk like you got some racing background. What do you race? What's going on?
I raced for years, and I got hurt and it sidestepped me for a bit. I got a Mustang GT, and I actually was talking to the maintenance man, and I was showing him this. See this engine here?
Right. Okay.
Can you see that engine over there in the stand?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Good.
What's the plans for it?
Well, that's the engine.
Whoa. How you pull that out?
It was on Racing Junk for sale.
Okay.
I bought it off of Mark McCown. He was pretty big in the Engine Master stuff, and that was it finished third at Engine Masters. I don't know if you know, but
Yeah.
I got the Malibu here that I'm getting ready to go racing this year, but that was in my street car, so it's
Okay. I had one of your little one of the cars. That's just a project car. I think I uploaded a video. I had one of your
yes,
cars. You was in. Okay.
yeah, that's the Malibu that
Oh, that's the Malibu.
yeah, that's got a 502 big block Chevy in it.
Oh. Oh.
And
Yeah.
that engine was on the dyno. It made 600 horsepower about 20 years ago.
Oh. Wow. That's pretty much all you can get out of it. Is the
Actually, it's way under cammed, and so it probably could make more horsepower, but that's on pump gas. It would be easy 550 every day.
Wow. Yeah, you losing me. You said under cam, meaning a bigger cam.
It could use a lot more camshaft, yeah.
Lobes bigger, opening and closing the valves.
Yeah, bigger, more duration, more lift. Get the valves open longer and keep them open long. So the more you open the valve,
right.
The longer the valves open, you get more air, you get more fuel, more compression, and more horsepower.
I went to my buddy's performance shop, Mopar performance shop. You know, they do all the scat packs. He was telling me guys buy those scat pack engine, those Challengers are already souped up, but it's never enough horsepower.
No, it's greed. I've blown up that Mustang. I bought it and I had it tuned, made 300 horsepower. It felt like it pull the socks off a fucking mountain goat. So after you get used to it, you say, well, I'll put another pulley on it. So I put 12 pounds on it. Yeah, now I got 400 some horsepower. It's great, and then it's like crack cocaine. You're looking for a little better high, right? So now you throw a few more parts on it, and you throw a little more boost to it.
These are them guys are never satisfied. What's real weird is they know they voiding their warranty. They'll leave the dealership and come straight to his shop. Just want more. It's just adrenaline. Just more. I gotta have more. I gotta have more. And some of them don't even race. They just want more.
They just want more. That I don't know if the Cougar, see the old Cougar in some of my videos there, JT, the green one. It's in the bumper of every one of my videos where I'm racing against that demon with the 408 stroker in it.
Okay.
He just clipped me by nose, and but there was a Hellcat out the track. I wish I had some video on it.
Right.
And he got snuffed with that old Cougar. That would have been a viral video right there.
Well, nobody filming that day. I'm sure somebody got some hidden video clips of that, but you just can't.
I don't know. I think I'm one of the only YouTube channels on the island. I think sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So we got some people in the audience here. Let's see if they have any questions or comments or.
Oh, I can't see. Oh, I guess I'm on the private chat. I need to go to live comments. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now I can see it.
So Jason Williams, he's got a 5-liter. It's using oil, and I'll never buy a new Ford. They're junk. Can't blame him for that. DIY Misfit was commenting on Antonio's 6 kids. Damn, I thought my wife was like Xerox with only 5. Oh, fuck.
Mike Hodge.
Mike Hodge. He works at a Hyundai dealership.
Sounds like bearing tolerance issues. He might have a point there.
I wanted to show you something there, JT. I got to do a screen share here. I did a vacuum test on my truck.
Mm-hmm.
And it was out out of normal range. Let me know if you can see this. I'll pause that. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm on the wrong one.
What's up?
Sorry, boys. Just 1 second. Me trying to be all slick. Isn't that a nice sounding engine, JT?
Wow.
Step up the auto. I'll have to look back on the camera footage.
I see V8 on it. Is that?
Yeah.
It
Oh, sorry.
recording.
So there's the vacuum gauge there, JT. And here's the green spot's normal, right?
Right.
And it's way outside of normal. It's about 26 inch-pounds of vacuum.
26?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Normal. 12 to 22 is normal, I believe.
Man, what part of the country you in, man? What's above sea level, below sea level, man? We barely can get a.
Level.
Wow. We barely can get we barely can get 18, 19 stabilized, right? Wow.
So high vacuum is generally a sign of too much ignition timing.
Oh.
Extremely high vacuum.
Wow. Time and retarded, advanced. What do you mean?
Too much advance in the timing.
Oh.
Which my truck is sparking off like a bastard when you're climbing a hill.
Oh wow.
So could it be off a tooth in the timing, on the timing gear? There's And I'll be honest with you. In my last video, I said, "From my cold dead hands, will they get my dipstick?"
I saw that.
I got my dipstick, and they got my truck. I said, "There's nothing wrong with it. I call her bluff." It's the black book on this motherfucker.
Oh man, I recognize one of the. I recognize the maintenance man. The other guys must be some of your. Speaking of YouTube, man, how your channel doing, man? What is
the skinny on my channel? The oil consumption issue on my truck, that's been driving. People are hungry for that. People are looking for answers. So them videos are doing really well. They're actually driving subscribers.
Oh, cool.
I think by Christmas time I might have the amount of subscribers that I would need and the amount of watch time hours to get over that monetization.
You saying by Christmas? Nah, man. You should get it before then, man. That's
it's growth is slow. I'm not on the social medias, right? I'm not on the Facebook.
Oh yeah, that's where I got the vocal minds from.
Yeah. So and like a few videos that were shared on Facebook. Great subscriber support from them. They will come over and they will subscribe right from Facebook. It's because people are used to doing that on Facebook, but on the YouTube, people are a little more selective on who they ring that bell for.
Oh, wow! I mean, if the video good, like I got to the point to where somebody would ask me a question, I would always tag that at the end of my answer.
Yeah,
like would you be so kind to please subscribe? So
and I started putting something because I never did do that in my videos, like just come out and say take the time and hit the subscribe, right?
I saw that.
So I started doing that in the last, and it makes a difference. It really does make a difference when you're trying to grow a channel. So
that was a good idea.
Yeah,
that was a good idea. All right, so all these your buddies on the side. Mike,
yes,
yeah. Well, you got a lot of friends.
Long time listeners, first time callers.
Do it yourself, mixed fix. Hey, folks, what's going on, man?
Well, these are all good people in here.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, and
What's up.
you don't need to own a Chrysler product, but if you do, JD has the skinny on it.
Oh yeah, that's now it's funny you say that because I know a lot of guys on YouTube that works in the dealership. They tend to steer away from and I don't blame them because, like I say, I haven't been told you can't do it. So,
no, that's right.
So until I'm actually physically told that, and I keep a low key at the shop. So you notice if you see me working in the shop, that pan is just straight pan. You're not gonna get a wide angle
narrow focus. Keep the focus narrow. That's right.
So yeah, I had to keep it smart, man. Play it smart, but that one guy that almost got me in trouble, man. I told you about that. He had that scat pack, and I was doing his key.
Yeah,
and
I remember that video.
Yes, I was so angry. I was like, God, I gotta let this hood up. This is killing me.
Yeah.
I let it up and start the car up. This guy was in the shop. He just happened to run a search on his car. Scat pack, no start. And guess what shows up?
You're top of the list.
And what gave it away, I told you that intake air inlet had his logo on it. So he was in the manager's office. That's my car. I didn't give y'all authorization to put my car on the thing. My manager, yes, it was ugly, boy. All I was doing, Caper, was talking about a key.
A key, yeah. You weren't revving the piss out of it. You weren't doing nothing.
Thank God I wasn't. Thank God I wasn't, because I wanted to. It was killing me. I just wanted to step on the gas and let y'all.
Because that was the one with the red key.
Yes.
The topic was, does it give you more power?
Yes. The red key versus the black key. You can give your kids, I guess, that's too much power for kids, but you can give your honey the low powered key.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So he had lost his key and had the car towed into the shop. I had to go outside and program it. The thing about that, this is our secret weapon now. Everything is like, I mean, we still got to log in through Chrysler. If I'm in the shop, I'll be on the computer. But if I'm outside the shop, I got to have data on my phone to work. So yes. So it's almost like I can write that off. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to check into that before I do my taxes.
Well, you should be able to write in Canada any tools that are required for work, as long as the dealership will endorse that your purchases. You can write it off. I worked at a Ford dealership in the body shop probably 15 years ago.
Oh yeah.
And one of the things that you do on your channel, and you've been doing more of it lately, is the politics of it.
Whoa, there's a lot.
There's a lot to it, right? And you gotta have you gotta have your paperwork back in your story, like.
Oh yeah, 3 C's. Complaint, cause, and correction got to be on point for that warranty to even pay it. And punch time. I don't know when the last time you punched the ticket or punched the clock, but that is a big thing, man.
And even from the customer side of it, like you got for how much you save to go to a Jiffy Lube or something. If your car is under warranty, man, you want to have paperwork. You want to have documentation.
Oh, paper trail. Yeah. I was talking about that in a couple of the videos, man. Remember the poor old lady that got her engine declined because I can't remember what was I talking about.
Didn't change the oil frequently enough.
Yes, and she had no paper trail.
Yeah,
but she had a son as an aspiring mechanic, and he was doing it, but there was no paper trail. So yeah, I felt bad for that lady, man. I really felt bad. Because I mean, honestly, Caper, you can be doing everything right to your car, and you still can have some problems. You still can some catastrophic. Something can come apart. You can change your oil on time. You can do everything you're supposed to do, and still have problems, man. That's what's
my truck. It was serviced at the dealership. It was never abused. My wife takes it back and forth to work. She's not beating it up.
Right.
And we drove it like we paid $50,000 for it.
Yeah.
you know,
something there's just no explanation for.
Yeah.
And that was
And,
her situation. You know, it's crazy, man.
and my buddy say, "Oh, how come you got another Ford?" Well, they're all the same. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I just got to get enough to get it in my vehicle right. That's all. And so it's
Yeah.
somebody else's problem now.
Oh, you got rid of it?
I got rid of it. Yeah.
Oh.
I lost my sense of humor. I thought about keeping it for a second. I said, Jesus, I'm getting some great content out of this. And then I said, are you fucking retarded?
You can't hang on to it just for content, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I said, Self, are you fucking retarded?
Oh man, that's crazy.
It's somebody else. It's going to America.
Oh wow.
Somebody silted the border about it.
Oh wow.
I pity the fool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be that guy lucky. He got a buddy at a Ford dealer that'll get him an engine.
Oh, that's what's going to happen. There's only 42,000 kilometers on it. They're going to take it down there and put an engine in it.
Politics, all in who you know.
Yeah, and if the Ford store where I bought my truck was going to keep it and sell it, they put an engine in it before they'd sold it to somebody.
Yeah.
That's not even the only issue with them trucks. The transmission never doesn't work right behind that 5-liter engine.
Oh, what? Well, how many gears? What is it? 10 speed?
10 speed in it.
10 speed?
Yeah, 10 speed.
Wow.
Like the difference. I got an EcoBoost truck.
Oh.
So you cannot even you can't even feel the transmission shift in the new truck. When I started driving the new truck, I couldn't believe what I was putting up with in the old truck. Like,
wow, that's crazy. Good Lord, but 10 speeds? So you taking off?
Not even anything like that. The biggest problem with that truck was it wouldn't downshift. It was killing the engine. It was always lugging it. The EcoBoost engine got turbo, so there's lots of torque down low. There's no torque in a 5-liter engine. It's just a 5-liter engine.
Oh, wow, man! They the same truck on the family line. I guess it's the F150, is the Dodge 1500. They only using a 8-speed automatic transmission. So, but I think the goal of higher gears, like to keep the RPM down low at highway speeds, it helps with emissions and fuel. But 10 speeds, wow, automatic,
10
10-speed automatic transmission.
It works great in the EcoBoost. It's got lots of low end torque, so it can handle that lugging. Right, it works like a little diesel.
Wow.
And all the engines in the Ford family, except for the 5-liter, you got the 2.7 twin turbo, which is a V6 gas engine. You got the 3.5 twin turbo, which they both make over 400 pound-feet of torque.
Wow.
Then you got the 3-liter diesel that makes over 400 pound-feet of torque. Then you got the 5-liter all by itself that is a complete. It feels like it's programmed for the twin turbo engine, but it's a naturally aspirated gas engine that has no torque down low.
Whoa!
That engine ain't making any torque till probably close to 4,000 RPM.
Wow! Was you doing pulling? Was you pulling in your truck? Or you had a hitch on the back, on the rear, and pulling stuff?
I towed a few trailers with it, and it had 355 rear ring gear in it, so it worked better when it was actually had a trailer hooked up to it because it would downshift.
Oh wow!
But when you didn't have a trailer hooked up to it, it didn't want to downshift.
See, they should make some form of a switch on your dash that you. I guess if you're pulling something, you press the switch and it change. It should have something like that. I think Dodge 3500 have that option. If you have a huge thing on the rear, this button you push that'll change shift patterns.
Yes,
okay.
This does have it on, but it's like you can change from normal to economy to sport to whatever. But it should work. It should work normal and normal. But like I had the truck I had traded in on that truck had a 6-speed transmission in it. And the 10-speed isn't any better on gas.
That's the whole point of the gears, the higher gears, ain't it? Wow, that's crazy.
Your final gear ratio, you're never going to be able to take that engine down to pure idle. You'd have to have a high horsepower engine to be able to go down the highway at idle speed.
Oh,
It takes torque, a lot of torque. Look, the Hemi has torque.
Yeah, but a lot of guys they're abusing, they exceeding the tow the weight that they can tow.
Yeah.
So they'll pull all this stuff and damage their vehicle and bring it in the dealer, try to get it repaired on the warranty. I think they when they get ready to purchase a vehicle, they're not sure if they're going to be towing heavy things or not.
Yeah.
So they get the lowest price tow package and try to hook up all this stuff onto it and damage differentials come apart, all kinds of crazy stuff, man.
Like I was in the towing industry, and like I, have lots of experience towing. And if you're towing anything longer than 20 feet,
right,
you better have a 3/4 ton truck.
Wow.
Because it'll just boss you around, right? And the Dodges, if I was had a complaint about the Dodges, the wheel bearings are light in them, and like there's control arms and coil springs in the back of them, so they're not really designed to tow that 36-foot enclosed trailer. That, you're getting up 10, 11, 12,000 pounds. That's at the max limit of that vehicle.
Yeah, that's why they want to sell you a 3,500 instead of a 1,500 or 2,500. So 3,500, I think you start getting into diesels and stuff like that. So.
And I was looking at the, because I was shopping around and I was looking at Dodge and I was looking at Chevs and I was, looking at the big three for trucks. So that's the only thing that you're going to get that's going to, be able to tow something, be able to do some work and be comfortable enough. I actually looked at the Toyotas. As bad as people say that the Hemis can be on gas, you look at the window stickers, 13.5 liters per 100K, so about 18, 19 miles to the gallon would be the average window sticker.
Yeah. Well, what's going to be your deciding factor on which one you get?
I got the EcoBoost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it had the best gas mileage. There was some problems with the EcoBoost engines, but they seem to have sorted them out. Time will tell. If you see any content on my truck, I'm not happy with it.
It could be a blessing in disguise, though.
Yeah. I'm hoping not to have any film on the new truck.
Not the brand new truck, man. Look, man. Let me tell you something, man. I work at a new car dealer, right? So basically, a lot of stuff in there new. I do all I could or all I can to resist recording some of the problems we have with brand new freaking cars.
Well, you don't want to. You got to go to work. You have what 9,000 subscribers now?
No, it's coming up on 7.
7?
8. Yeah,
but
it's coming up on 7.
Very good. You have to consider that people at work are subscribed to your channel. You're big enough. Like if you're looking up a Chrysler problem, because most people will go to the YouTube when they're looking up a problem.
They do.
Somebody at work could be looking something up and they're going to find JT.
It happens. It happened at the job. Like, man, I pulled up something. That was your ass. I'm like, did you subscribe? Did you let the ad play? Huh?
I always let the ad play. If you're getting paid, it's me.
Well, some of the patience people have is just even the ones that automatically play. You can't skip. Yeah. I seen a guy. He was fussing about that. Oh my God, a damn ad. Good gosh, like, dude, it's just 10 seconds. Calm down, man. It's okay, man. That guy put a lot into making that video, man. Give him some love. Show him some love.
I dogged you on one video there. It was a month or two ago. The ad was 13 minutes long, and your videos are short. I let it play though. You got paid for it.
I don't know what triggers the length of I don't know what triggers it. It's just
I couldn't get over it. I was like, because I'll wait. I don't, I don't have anywhere to be. I don't mind waiting, but 13 minutes was a little excessive. I don't. What you trying to tell me here?
Wow. And you notice lately, remember I used to do a lot of 3-minute, 4-minute videos. YouTube sent me some type of, I guess not a notification, but in so many words, 10-minute videos are better. Because I guess you can place the ad. So you notice, like one video I did, I'll go 3 or 4 minutes talking. Now it's like let me go to an ad break. I'll be right back. Yeah. So I can place the ad right there.
Well, and that's smart to do.
Oh yeah. So then you talk another 3 or 4 minutes, or doing something under the car, and you have to go get some parts. You can say, well, I'm gonna take another ad break, and I'll be right back. When I come back, we're gonna get such and such. So it works out well.
You get that break, you get to reset. You can start talking again.
Oh yeah. Now you don't have that luxury going live, but
no, you don't.
Yeah, you don't have that luxury going live, but
there's a lot of benefits to going live. I'm just not sure what they are. But
I don't know either, but I just recently started doing it. That little camera I got, and I was able. I caught on the StreamYard.
That's StreamYard is fantastic. It's so easy.
Yeah. They sent me an email saying we have the green screen option. I tried it, Caper. I think you can see some of the green right there. Can you see that? Yeah. So I can put that behind me, take that out, and place me in a shop. But it was so choppy, and it was so corny looking.
Well, so, I think you'd have to have a fair bit of
lighting.
Well, the lighting, like my computer. Here's my YouTube channel right here. My Galaxy S7. 99.9% of the content is made on this phone right here.
Wow.
And my laptop is older than that.
Wow. Well, you in your garage? Is it still cold out there?
I had the furnace on. I threw the furnace on about 6 o'clock this evening, and it's nice. It's toasty in here. It's warm. It's beautiful.
Okay. So what time is it? What time is it where you at?
It's 12:23 right now.
Okay, so you just an hour.
Just an hour. Yeah, Atlantic time is, so it'll be 11:24 where you're at.
Yeah, 11:24 exactly. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Mike, God, back. What did miss? Well, thanks for stopping in, Antonio.
Oh, I recognize Everyday Fleet Tech.
Everyday Fleet Tech. He's a good dude.
I saw him talking with Junk from work the other day. I saw they asked him. 2 good guys, man.
Yeah.
2 good guys.
Is he still in the house? He's not a bad guy. He's a good guy. I like him. He's a little salty, but I like that about him.
Who is this? Who we talking about?
Everyday Fleet Tech.
Everyday Fleet Tech. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Him and Junk from work was going at it the other day. There was while he on here, let me say something about him. I didn't like the way they was dogging out the dealership, working at a dealership.
I was thinking the same, like I just said to you, you're very careful. You don't where you don't shit where you eat.
I gotta be extra careful what I say, boy. But sometimes I just want to let them have it. But I'm like, whoa, I gotta remember where I'm at.
Yeah, you can't shit where you eat. You can't shit where you eat.
I think I made a comment on their stream, him and Junk from work, because 410, 410, the young guy that dealer. I'm like, yeah, he's a real cool dude. I was like, 410, you hear this? They dogging out dealership employees.
Awesome.
But yeah, they're good guys, man.
I started doing this just a little over a year ago. Okay. And I didn't know what the fuck I was doing when I started. That's what the fuck I'm doing, but I'm surprised the good people. Like I've met good people everywhere.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Jump from work. The first time I saw him, and I guess he saw my channel, and he was doing the shout out Saturdays. Remember?
Yeah.
That's where
That's how I found you, to be honest with you.
Yes, I'm like, this guy didn't have to do this, so he just walk around searching for cool guys in the automotive industry, and he did a shout out on them, and I just latched on to everybody he was latched on with. So it's just that's a cool thing.
How old are you, JT? Because you don't look a day over 40.
Oh yeah, I'm over 40, man.
I'm over 40 myself, but I look quite a few days over 40.
Well, I work out and I try to eat right. I work out because I don't want to. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I just and it's funny because it's young guys in the shop that try to play with me like I'm their age, but I've been with Chrysler 20 years, so if you can do the math, normally you come out of high school at 18, right? So if you add 20 on top of 18, you got to know I'm in my 40s. And they be playing around with me like I'm a little kid and stuff. I'm like, man, let me grow a beard or something, man, because this is getting out of control. Well, yeah, it gets hilarious because if you saw some of my other stuff, my Facebook, I work out a lot. I do crazy videos, workout videos, and I actually got another channel. I haven't got time to even.
I have a website that I don't support either.
Oh my God, man! It just ain't enough hours in a day anymore.
You have another YouTube channel too. You don't promote it because I haven't been able to find it.
I ain't got time, dude. Yeah. Somebody commented the other day, man. JT, you got a full-time job and you manage to upload a video every day. Yeah. Some of the stuff you seeing now, I made a month ago, and I just got around to editing. That's how much. Yeah, that's how much footage I have. These little discs, like I did this on one video. They are full. And they laying all over the place, Cape. Yeah. They laying all over the place. So
I was the kids went on Christmas break, and I really didn't do anything after that up until a couple of weeks ago. They went on Christmas break, then school went back, and they were homesick for a week after that. I was losing my marbles.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you went a week without uploading anything at one point, didn't you?
Yeah. So right now I'm a couple of videos ahead. So
that's at
least for the filming, I still got to. It takes a long time to edit shit.
What are you doing on your computer? You editing on your computer? Okay.
Yeah, I just do it on my laptop. It's how I don't know if I'm doing it right or wrong. I don't know if any of it's right or wrong.
There is no right or wrong.
Here it is. I figured it out.
Yeah, that's it. I liked your intros, man. I love your freaking intros. The guitar playing and it just makes you relax and feel good. I love it, man. That intro, and you got those two race cars in the beginning where they take it off and stuff. Love it, man. Love it.
I was gonna shorten it and do it a little, but I said, the hell with it. If somebody's new to the channel, it gives you an idea what you're watching here. So it's like most people know where to skip to when they get tired of watching the bumper.
You better come into some of your buddies over here. Hey guys, every day, so the maintenance man, Mike Hodge. So I call Mike. I gotta go.
How many people we have in here with us right at the moment? It's right in the chats right now.
So, what are your conclusion on the oil consumption? What you think? That's the only solution is to get another engine. Nobody fixes engines anymore.
No, nobody did. Well, here's like my wife uses that truck every day to go to work, right? So, I don't know how long that engine would live for, but it would have definitely lived till it was at the warranty. Then it would have been my problem. And, yes, I could put an engine here, but then I'm tied up for a week. So engines are expensive. Even a used engine, you're going to pay a couple of $1,000s for.
Oh, yeah.
And it could have the same problems that my engine have. So for me, it was a pay me now or pay me later thing. So I just cut and run.
There you go.
And dumped it. But
I got piston tools I haven't used in over 15 years. Where you compress the ring and then you push the piston down. All my engine tools I haven't used in a decade. Yeah. So,
and there's no my father-in-law is an excellent engine builder. Like, you know, I've made more than 500 rear wheel horsepower with engines that he's put together for me. And, you know, he's one of them guys, he's got the touch, right? But, you know, the people that can actually build engines are few and far between.
Yeah, they just won't let us. They
No.
just won't let us. I cringe at some of the estimate I have to write because I know what I can and can't get away with. You remember me explaining about how we have to do transmission. We have to write up an estimate, and if it exceeds 70% of the cost of a unit, we have to get the unit.
Yeah.
So they don't even want us building them anymore. I'm basically becoming an R&R man. So, so that's
the way they want it.
So basically, with that in mind, anybody can swap out. So you got to be careful. That's why you got to always revolve your knowledge. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, because you can be out of work for another young, inexpensive tech because now you're only swapping out stuff.
Yeah, well,
So,
and if you wanted to specialize in transmissions, you better go to where they're building the transmissions at.
oh yeah, the plant.
The plant.
Yes, the plant. Because those days, we don't even specialize, Caper.
No,
whatever's on the ticket, gotta take it and run.
It's better to be a diverse, but like you said, you know, there's swapping out parts. It gets probably a little old after a while. You want to be tested, and
it do. That's why I got out of specializing business a long time ago. And plus, I hate repetitive repairs. I hate doing a transmission every day, all day, every day. I want to see an engine. I want to see some AC work. I want to see some suspension work. So
you want to pull a head off. You want to.
Yes, I want to put that PT I did. That was my car. I was like, "Whoa, a brake, a brake from the 3.6."
Yeah,
the 3.6. I do so many 3.6, and I can't keep putting those videos out. People gonna think that 3.6 is pure junk.
Yeah, well, that's it. you can get a lot of great content, but you can't shit where you eat.
So I toned that down. I was so glad. Well, I wasn't glad my daughter PT broke, but I was glad I had something different to talk about because.
And that did they put an engine in that car that drove through the water?
Oh, man, insurance gonna total that car, man. You talking about that van? Yeah, that minivan. Yeah, I uploaded that second video when I went out and tried to turn the crank. It just froze up after a quarter turn. I think that was you said probably a bent rod or something.
Probably a bent rod or a broken rod.
Yeah, I was hoping they'd replace it so I can, get some more content. I was going to tear it down and show what was going on. But
your last video you took the transmission out and they let you keep the transmission.
No, that was a tech across from me. He did a customer pay transmission.
Okay.
See, yeah, it's funny they'd get those repairs to the new guys, and I got to do the warranty stuff. So when you do a warranty transmission, the old transmission had to go back to Chrysler.
Yeah.
So I managed to ask him what they gonna do with their transmission. Actually, it's a lot of guys waiting on me to go into that. All they want to see is and I don't know why they want to see it because it's hard to do. The filter is inside. We were talking about the 9-speed transmission.
Yeah.
You can't service that transmission per se because if your definition of a service is change the filter and the fluid, you can't change the filter because it's inside the trans.
Yeah.
So I guess you got to get out of the norm of saying transmission service. You just fluid swapping at that point.
Yes.
That's different than a transmission service.
So would it be worth your while if you could get a hold of that transmission to break it apart and fix it and resell it?
No, because nobody. I can't say nobody want to buy a used one because that's what the guy ended up replacing. That transmission with a used one, and plus we don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know why he replaced it. Now I did from time to time. We have to go to school. I went to school last month. I got me a lot of content. But I ain't even had time to edit. But from time to time, we have to go to school. It's funny. A year ago, 3 years ago, maybe, I went to school on the 9-speed, tore it all apart, talked about everything, and put it back together. Get back to the dealer. You're not allowed to do anything on it, but such and such and such. So,
Mike Hodge just said at the dealership he works, they do short blocks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
reuse the heads and just wow. I thought they got out totally out of that short block.
So I think that's at Hyundai though.
Oh, look at the Hyundai dealer.
Yeah.
The dealership, we do short blocks. Yeah, I see that. Wow.
I can remember. You remember when the Pony first came out? When Hyundai first came to North America?
I don't. I've been locked up so long. I told you I had to get out more, man.
I was in trade school when Hyundai first came out, and they had the Hyundai Stellar and the Hyundai Pony.
Oh wow!
And a buddy of mine had a brand new one. I went to school with them, and we were taking auto body, and man, them things were fucking shit boxes, man. Holy Jesus! Standard steering, standard brakes, automatic transmission out of a farm tractor.
Whoa! I did get the. I did go. I did. Today is the first Sunday of every month that a car show happens. So I made the car show today. I got a lot of footage. I have to chop up. It was some funny looking cars you talking about. It was some of those out there. It was, I saw a '74 Nova out there, Chevrolet Nova. Hadn't seen in years, and got to talk to a lot of those guys, and got a lot of content. So I'm about to edit that up, but. Yeah, it was great.
There's we have a little show. Well, there's a few shows around here, but in August they have this weekend called Hot August Nights, and the car show's on the main street in Sydney, and the cars park on the sidewalk and they're cruising the drag. It's actually one of the more fun ones because it feels like when you're a teenager and you're shooting the drag. Because shooting the drag's a lost art. Nobody does that anymore.
Oh, wow.
Everybody's filming their cell phones, right? I don't even know if the kids today know how to jerk off, to be honest with you.
Everything's about that cell phone.
Yeah, everything's about that cell phone, yeah.
Yeah, man. That is crazy. That is crazy. So, oh my gosh, it's a deal show. Wow, Mike. Yeah, man. So, what's planned for the future, Capo?
Well, I'm gonna do a little racing this summer. I got my junior dragster that I picked up for my oldest son, and I have to look at getting a second one for the youngest one when he gets of age. But I'm gonna do a little racing this summer. If you noticed when you posted the video there, this Malibu I got has a sunroof.
Okay.
I've never seen a Malibu with a sunroof. But I don't have a sunroof to put in it.
Oh, you just got a hole up there?
It's just got a hole up there. So my next project that I'm starting on is I got to cut the roof off of this and replace the roof.
Oh.
So I'll be taking the can opener to this car and cutting the roof off. That's the project that's coming on next.
Okay.
I got a few things I got to set up on the race car first, and then it'll be trying it out, getting it running, maybe get a coat of paint on
it. oh, you do body work too, don't you?
Yeah. I'm a body man by trade.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
When I worked at Ford, I worked on the frame machine and worked at in the paint booth. I was the guy that could slide around anywhere in the shop. Basically.
Yeah, even that industry's taking a beating, ain't it? Because they totaling everything out now.
Everything's airbags go off, it's done.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
So that industry is taking, and to be honest with you, if I'm putting a claim through, it better be a goddamn total loss, right? Because I don't want it fixed.
Mm-hmm.
I can paint it, as I can make the paint look like the factory, but it ain't like the factory. That whatever I can buy in the aftermarket isn't going to be as hard and durable as what you didn't get your smoke detector batteries in yet.
Yeah, them body guys, they not busy like they used to.
Well, nobody wants to own a smash vehicle. Carfaxes, you can't hide any of that shit anymore.
Wow, yeah, you're right. You got a point.
Yeah. So it's not in my best interest for the insurance company to spend $10,000 on my rig and have it be worth $10,000 less when they're done.
Yeah. Man, never thought about it that way, but yeah.
That's why I wouldn't want to, you know, a heavily spent. Like I worked at a dealership, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I've seen stuff get fixed that should have been written off.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. There was a Ford Taurus come in, and the woman went off the road with it, and the floor, it drove the floor right up, right? The headrests were touching the roof.
Whoa.
And, you know, they got paid to cut the floor out of it.
Wow.
But two guys shared the job. They went and they got a fucking bunch of chuck blocks and just started beating the fucking floor down with a mile hammer. I said, man, I have a conscience. I can't do this fucking
right. Stuff. Yeah. That's crazy.
This woman went through a traumatic event in this car, and now you're going to beat, because like the metal is not designed to, you know, once it's crumbled, you drive a car floor over the rocks. It's hardened sheet metal. Once you beat it back down, it's no more fucking good. It's gonna crack. It's the work hardening is already built into it. It's not like an old piece of tin on an old Impala where you can beat that metal around and it's not gonna make a difference.
Yeah.
There's more carbon in the steel that's in the modern cars, and you know they have crumple zones built in them. That's why they get wrote off
so easily. God forbid something fall on the top of it. That's a wrap.
Yeah.
They don't want to do nothing to that, boy.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's crazy.
What time you got to be at work in the morning?
Supposed to be there at 8, but you know when I'm 100% commission, so you basically it's pretty known if you don't work, you don't eat.
Yeah.
So you know they give us a little leeway. You know what you're supposed to do, and you know what you gotta do. So do what you're supposed to do.
Make your time, make the money, like you said. You've been there long enough. You know they want the big work orders done by the end of the month.
Yes. Oh yes, they close out all the big claims and tickets. Yeah. In fact, I got what was the end of the month 2 days ago? I got prepaid for a transmission. That you know, it should show up Monday, but you know, you got to close. You got to show a certain amount of, certain level of such and such. But yeah, that's waiting on me Monday when I get there. 6-speed, 62T transmission. Don't take long to in and out. So
I think 6 speeds is enough,
dude. I'm almost wondering when will it end? When will it stop? When one car maker do it, the others want to follow.
Eventually, when you get to that 1-to-1, or even if you can get past it, like you can gear it like it doesn't like an old like the old Impalas and the old Malibus, right? They had a 229 rear gear ratio, and it was 1-to-1. It was already equivalent to overdrive. Them old cars got 25, 26 miles to the gallon back then, with no modern fuel injection.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, like, at some point, like, and modern engines do have a lot more power, but you need low end power to be able to run that car down the highway at 1,1300 RPM. It takes a lot of torque to be able to run a car down the highway, especially like big Ram truck. They're a 4-door club cab. They're 8,000, 9,000 pounds.
Wow. Yep. That's definitely the truth. That's it.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Sometimes you trade them in.
That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes.
Well, she's 1/4 here, JT. So I think we had a pretty good
24. Oh yeah, we went on for an hour. I ain't never did an hour-long video.
I know. There was no real quick here tonight.
Real quick real quick. And you know, when I get up there with in the Scotties, you know Scotty Kilmore. When I get up there with the Scotty numbers, you know, at certain amount of subscriber, you can sell merchandise.
Yes.
A YouTube will sell it for you. So you know his slogan is "You stupid for doing." He had his little slogan.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be one of my slogans. I'm just gonna real quick.
You must be at that number now. You could
nah, I don't know what it is. I think it's 10,000 subscribers.
Okay.
They'll start selling merchandise. I guess they split it with you. I don't know what it is, but them big boy numbers. That boy.
I had a few T-shirts made, and the merchandise thing's a pain in the fucking asses, to be honest with you. I'm not a good salesman, anyways. I was actually surprised that I had enough people, actually enough people that you and 410 bought a T-shirt.
Oh yeah,
and so then I was committed. I needed 5 to print the order, so I had to buy 3 more.
Oh wow! Yeah, you need some more people following you there, because some people do it just by sure they like you.
Yeah,
you know. So, but that comes with a lot of numbers, you know.
Yes, and you know, I don't know what I was thinking, but
that's funny.
I had the logo, so the logo was worth it. If you got to get any logo done, good piece of advice, Fiverr.com.
Oh, Fiverr.com.
Yeah, that's what I got that logo done on Fiverr.com.
Okay.
And that's where I got the guy that does the this guy's garage, like and subscribe. Says I got about 12 words out of him for $5.
Oh, really?
The announcer guy or the?
Oh yeah. I was wondering this guy's garage. That guy that told. Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. I like that.
Yeah, that was $5 on Fiverr.com.
Fiverr.com.
Yeah. So just a couple of, you know, when you're a small channel, small at least is like, because, you know, I started at 1 like everybody else, right?
Right.
Try to appear to be bigger than you are, anyways, and don't mind being a small channel and, you know, owning it. They'll come when they come.
Yeah. It's a process.
It's a process.
Yep. So Well, let's wrap it up, man.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you coming on.
Oh man, it was cool. I bet, like I say, man, once I figured out my internet is nice and strong. Comcast never did. They said it's the problem is inside, so that's a charge. You know, so naturally, they'll fix everything from the ground to the house, but anything inside is it's on me. That makes sense, but there's no problem inside because I mean, it got a couple of routers, but nothing is taking away power. It just jumps in and out. So we'll figure it. It's holding up well.
The last few that you did at home, they look crystal clear. Like they look good.
Oh, okay.
And you're got a good picture here tonight, and the signal. Yeah, I haven't lost you for a second, so
should be fine. Then. Should be
I appreciate you coming on.
Oh, that's cool, man. It's my pleasure. My pleasure. So,
all right, and if you ever want anybody to come on your channel, I'd be more than happy to come on over and talk about whatever topic you want to talk about.
Okay, I'll keep in touch, man.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
Yeah. Been a lot of fun.
Yes, sir. That's it.
All right.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Yeah, keep cool in the hot sun.
All right, man. Later.
Thanks, buddy.